Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Kelly and Dr. Renee, and this is was it 16 you said?
Yes, ma'am.
This is week 16. So this is 4 weeks of us coming on, just chatting with you guys.
17.
Oh, week 17. Oopsie. I wish it was nothing. But anyways, when you come on, please please share the video. Please do a watch party. Please tell us where you are joining us from and let us know how you are doing. My sentiment is it over yet? And unfortunately, it's not. It's actually getting a lot worse. Here in Atlanta, we've gone back to phase 1, meaning everything is shut down. And it's mandatory to wear a mask now in the city of Atlanta. So I don't live in Atlanta proper. I live probably about maybe 25 minutes from the city. So yesterday, I went to my favorite Mexican spot and I felt self-conscious because I was the only one wearing a mask. People were sitting at the bar, drinking margaritas, laughing and having fun. And I'm like, am I living in an alternate reality that no one else is living in? Like, Dr. Renee, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I haven't gone anywhere really, but for the few places I've gone, I will say people had their masks on. I had to make a gas station run for last week, maybe it was Saturday or Sunday, and everyone had masks on, including the people working at the gas station behind the plexiglass, because they have plexiglass at the gas station anyway. But there was one person, he was a soldier or something. He had a uniform on. He didn't have a mask on. He was the only person. Everybody else was walking around with masks.
I don't know how difficult it is just to put one on. I mean, I get it. Like, I wear my N95 mask every day when I see patients because you just don't know who is an asymptomatic carrier. And I have to go and listen to people's heart sounds and their breath sounds and feel their thyroid. So I have to go right up underneath someone. So I put my mask on and sometimes like I rip it off when I get back into my office because it's hard to breathe. So I get it. So you're not like a physician or someone in a grocery store, who's constantly exposed to other people, for hours. If you just need to wear your mask when you're out for 15 minutes, good gosh, just please do it. Please.
And N95 is different than wearing these cotton masks. The cotton mask, you should be able to breathe fine in it.
But, I see these little things floating around the internet and on WhatsApp about how these masks kill people and they have carbon dioxide poisoning or whatever kind of poisoning. That is not true.
It's not true.
When I was a medical student, I assisted in surgeries that were 6, 7, 8 hours long. And people wear masks, like surgeons wear masks for the entire day and they don't die from it. You would die from COVID-19, actually.
12-hour and longer surgeries.
Yeah.
The whole time. And guess what? If they didn't wear one, you would have a problem with it. So we can wear a mask for if it is your 8-hour workday, if it is, going to get your nails done, going to get your hair done, going to the gas station, going to pick up your food or whatever, you can wear a mask. And guess what? If you're driving in your car, you don't have to wear your mask. Take the mask off.
Yeah, I got
breaks you get.
Mm-hmm. I got my nails done today, and I wore my mask for the entire time, and so did the nail technician. And they also had their makeshift screens as well. So,
we didn't have screens. Wow.
Yeah, my face was not in his face at all. So I understand. It's been 4 months. Life has to go on. We have to go back to living. So I totally get that. But still make sure that you are safe and that your family's safe. Like Dr. Renee shared an Instagram post today with me about a young lady. And when I went through her page, her boyfriend, who was like 33, who had type 1 diabetes, died from COVID-19. Imagine a 31-year-old who had just bought a house with his partner, looking to start a life together, to build a legacy, and now he's dead. So even though no one in your family might have been affected by this, even though you think that you don't fit the demographics of someone that gets COVID-19 or dies from COVID-19, it could come to your doorstep, literally. So everyone just needs to be careful.
That the shenanigans of July 4th, we haven't seen the results of that
We're
yet.
still seeing for
Now Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, yeah.
So all the Memorial Day festivities is all the numbers we're seeing now. So 4th of July, we won't see till probably next week or the week after. So look how bad it is already with the numbers soaring in 30 something states. It's more than half of the country. The numbers are soaring. And this is from 3 weeks ago.
Please wear a mask. I don't know what else to say. Dr. Renee and I come on every single week and we say the same thing. We say the same thing. So
wash your hands, wear a mask, social distance.
Yeah. And also take care of your mental health. Like, we haven't talked about that for a minute. You know, like, it's getting old now. Like, I'm ready for this to be over. And some days are harder than others, but still continue to protect your mental health. Still, as much as you can, stay connected to your loved ones, call them, go on FaceTime, do Facebook, Facebook video, whatever you need to do to stay connected, do that. A lot of us have lost those distractions, those things that make us forget our lives, that make us forget the things that we want.
We don't have events. We don't have conferences. We don't have events. We don't have.
Can't go to the club. Can't go to the lounge, the bar. Nothing, right?
Cigar bar. There's nothing.
So you got to deal with your mess, right? You can't run from your mess anymore. And a lot of people who are kind of teetering on the edge in terms of their mental health are probably over the edge now because they have nothing to distract themselves with, right? So if it's time for you to go and invest in a therapist, go do that. Time for you to get deeper in terms of your spiritual walk, do that. This time for me has shown me, who's important. It showed me the things that I want out of life. And I know even before this is over, I need to put things in place so that next year doesn't look like this year for me. You know what I mean? So use this time to give you some perspective of what you really want in your life.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially, like, I read a post. I didn't know this girl we know. She had COVID-19. She has a family, and she just celebrated. I think it was her husband's birthday. Maybe. Masks are very effective. Somebody just asked that. So she just celebrated his birthday, and she was just so thankful to have a spouse that took care of her and took care of the family because she was unable, and she had to be hospitalized. This is a young person. This is not an old person. This person is to me. And so I think that I don't think we should have to go that far before we realize that we need to take this seriously. By no stretch of the imagination should we have to take it that far. We should just do what we need to do now. We've learned that masks can be very helpful, so let's use them. Simple.
So, someone just asked about, surgical masks. Surgical masks are not as effective as, say, the N95 respirators that filter out 95% of particles under those small particles. So surgical masks obviously aren't as effective, but they're better than nothing. Yeah. So I look forward to reading that study. If you could put the reference, the date, and the journal number, that'd be great for us to go look back at. But as far as I know, what I've seen so far has been effective. I think I saw a study done in China, and they looked at people coughing on a petri dish with and without a mask, and there was more, more of the viral particles were on the petri dish. Sorry, when someone didn't wear a mask. Anywho.
Yeah. So I mean, my thing is, we just can look at what has worked. Okay, China did it and it worked. Italy has done it and it worked. All these places, and these places had strict laws and said, this is what you have to do. This is not an option. This is what you have to do. They social distanced, and they did not play with that social distancing. And this is why people in Italy are enjoying summer 2020, whereas people in the US, not so much, because we have to social distance, and we have to, you can't hug people. You got to fist bump them or elbow them, we had a repairman that had to come. I mean, we all had to wear masks. Like, this is it, but this is the way it's got to be until we get this under control. And the way that it's going in the US right now, with the surge of 39 states out of 50, it's not getting under control.
Right. And apparently the study that you just referenced in the Annals of Internal Medicine was actually retracted because the authors had not fully recognized something about in the concept of limit of detection. So their in-house assay to detect the COVID-19 was inaccurate. So that study has been retracted.
Yes.
So Trinez, you were saying?
Shown that the masks do work. You know, Asia's been wearing masks for a long time. And they might have something with it. I'm not saying I want to wear a mask everywhere from now on. I do not. But I do know that until there is a vaccine and this is under control, I'm not going to have a problem wearing a mask. I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to get me several masks so that I can have different masks for different occasions and, and different messaging if I want on. And that's it, because I'm just gonna have to wear a mask. And I won't be quick to hug everyone anymore either.
Yeah, like shaking someone's hand is a thing of the past now.
Exactly. This needs to be under control first.
Yeah.
But if you are traveling and you can get a hold of an N95, I would tell you to please wear an N95 mask on the airplane if you're flying.
Yes, definitely. That's what I did, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
And also, like, one tip I would say, like, they're still giving you like snacks on the plane. And guess what? When it's snack time, everyone takes their mask off to eat them. So I'd recommend that you don't eat when everyone else is eating if you need to eat on a plane. If not, just don't eat on a plane, period. For a 2-hour flight, you don't need to be eating, you know, so. Anyways, this is week 17, not week 16. I wish it was week 0, but it is what it is. So we'll see you guys again next week. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.